Hello everyone and welcome back to Broken Sword 2, The Smoking Mirror. I'm Pete.
And I'm Viv.
And here we are in Marseille, having tracked the kidnappers to here, we hope. So, a little background of this particular scene. By the time I played the first game in this series, the second one was already out. And so when I got the first game, it actually came with a demo of the second game, which consisted of this particular section. So, for most people, this is probably the section of the game they're most familiar with.
A chain-link fence barred the entrance to the docks.
There's a ledge there.
There was a glow of light at the window of the hut.
Let's examine it.
Is that smoke?
Yeah, it is. Which means there's someone inside.
Oh, it's on fire.
That too. Oh look, it's a dog.
It was a mean-looking guard dog. Here, boy.
He's just misunderstood.
Let's have a look inside. So, apparently that's the bin that this guy uses. So right out into the water.
It was the trapdoor which the slob used as a waste chute, straight into the sea.
Terrible, honestly.
Should be fine.
The spike held a stack of papers which appeared to be shipping documents. None of them referred to Condor Transglobal.
What you can tell from there? Your eyes are good, George.
It was a box of blank forms. The watchman was big and bulgy, like a sack of potatoes. His flushed and bloated face wore a sleepy, amiable expression.
Right. Shall we have a word with him then?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Hi there.
Hey, how long you been watching me?
Well, I wasn't watching.
You were looking.
Oh, well, yeah, but I wasn't watching.
What'd you want? Do you know what time it is?
No, I don't wear a watch. As my dad used to say, I'm not into time, man.
Well, you're too early.
Okay, so what time is
Early
it?
for what?
What time is it anyhow?
The big hand's on the floor. Why aren't you in bed?
I can explain everything.
Never mind, I ain't that interested.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay.
What time do you open the gates?
7.
Do you mind if I hang out here till the docks open?
Please yourself, but you'll have a long wait. It's Sunday, and tomorrow is the start of the national holiday. Everything is closed for a month.
Well, wouldn't you just know it?
There's the old Stewart luck kicking in again. Right, what else shall we talk
A
about?
puppy.
The doggo.
Does that dog belong to you?
Nah, it comes with the job. I just feed him every now and then.
More then than now, I'd say. What's the dog's name?
20.
It's unusual for a dog.
It's his registration number. Security dog number 20.
Oh,
Well, certainly distinctive at least.
That animal doesn't seem too hot for a guard dog.
No? You haven't seen him in action.
Doesn't look like he has the energy to wag his tail.
Just like my wife. She's like a slug in a coma until she's annoyed. Then she's like a tiger with a rat up its ass.
Sweet.
that's disturbing.
Yeah, but anyway. Shall we ask about Condor?
Yeah.
Ever heard of Condor Transglobal?
Sure. They have a warehouse here.
Well, could I take a look?
Not until after the holidays. Come back in a month.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
I have to make a delivery to Condor Transglobal.
Where's your rig?
About half a mile down the road.
And you walked here? Jeez, are you some kind of nut?
Nah, it was easy. I just put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, it's a straightforward approach.
Are you gonna let me make my delivery?
Not without the paperwork. You get the papers, you make your delivery, and I get a fat backhander.
I was getting nowhere with the story about being a trucker.
Okay, let's try something different then. Well, shall we pursue Condor further?
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of business Condor's involved in?
I'm paid to guard the gate. Their business is none of mine.
Don't ask, don't tell, I suppose. Right, what else shall we talk about?
The furnace, maybe? Is that the furnace?
Yep, that's the
Yeah,
stove that
yeah.
he's cooking at.
What's cooking?
Beans.
Oh, yeah.
You know a man can live on nothing but beans.
not this one.
Let's talk about beans, shall we?
Don't you ever get tired of eating beans?
Sure I do. What do you take me for?
And what's the alternative?
Peas. I can't eat them too often, though. They play hell with my digestion.
No.
You can do this job, Pete.
I really couldn't, no. If it's either beans or peas, I'm weighing up my options.
Have you ever considered changing your diet?
What's wrong with beans and beer?
You need me to tell you? You're pumping out enough methane here to fill a dirigible.
Yeah, it ain't pleasant. But anyway, what's next?
The note, maybe.
Take a look at this letter.
That's sick. Did you write it?
Oh, no. No, it's a letter from my girlfriend's admirer.
If I was you, I'd smack him in the mouth.
Well, that's not my style, but thanks for the advice.
Yeah, typically comes up with that idea when we don't have the lifting key anymore.
Yeah. Maybe the dart.
The dart.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, pal, what is it?
A poison dart used for hunting.
What would you hunt with that? Mice?
No, monkeys and stuff. The tip is dipped in poison.
Hey, what you got against monkeys?
I love monkeys. I was just using them as an example.
Well, don't.
Wait.
There's nothing wrong with liking monkeys. Should we ask about Nico?
Maybe the professor.
The professor first? Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Professor Oubier?
Me? None of my friends are professors or anything like that.
Yeah, I suppose Nico.
I'm looking for a young woman.
At the docks? What kind of woman do you have in mind?
Well,
You don't understand. It's my girlfriend I'm trying to find.
Well, I ain't seen her, and you should tell her. The docks ain't no place for a young lady. They're dirty and they're dangerous.
I'm certain my girlfriend was brought here when she was abducted.
What? Your girl was kidnapped?
Yeah, struck down by an Indian with a poisoned dart.
Like the one you showed me?
The very same. I could tell he didn't believe me.
well, we could just, try bribing him, maybe?
Oh, Jesus.
I have these very exotic panties.
Take them away, you pervert!
First off, what a sensible thing he said.
I gotta go now, but I'll be back.
Can't wait.
Oh, so yeah, I mentioned earlier. Yeah, we have the flyer. I forgot to go.
It was the label I'd found in the Glee's gallery.
Yeah, real deep that. So, I mentioned earlier about this being the demo level of the game. So we have the opening animation. So when we play the demo, you see George getting knocked out in the spider and the fire and everything, and then it just cuts straight to here with a brief throwaway line saying that he managed to escape and trace Condor here, and with no idea of how you get any of these items.
Ah, okay.
So if they're trying to convince people to buy the game just to see how we get here, then mission accomplished, I suppose.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It was a tall wire mesh
let's see if
fence.
we can't get over the fence.
What's the big idea?
I don't know. The dog went berserk for no apparent reason.
He's trained to do that. The idea is to deter any would-be intruder.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just remember, he's a trained attack dog. A killer.
The gates were fastened with a heavy-duty padlock.
Yep, so apparently the old number 20 has more energy than George gave him credit for it.
Breaking steel padlocks with my bare hands was a feat I'd never mastered.
And the dog's not going to let us anyway. Okay, I wonder, can we try picking it? Probably not.
I decided I would not be able to pick a 5-barrel hardened steel heavy-duty padlock with a
Fair
dart.
enough. Has he got any chicken in his pocket? No.
Well, we have a worm.
With the worm work?
That dog looked like he already had more worms than he needed.
That's true.
Those steps led to the pier beneath the hut.
Oh, yeah.
And we can go straight there. Yay!
That looks familiar.
So the trapdoor's still open.
Oh, okay.
The opening in the floor led up into the watchman's hut.
Let's see if we can't sneak in.
Who's gonna catch this?
He is really transfixed by those beans.
Yeah.
Something was bubbling in the watchman's saucepan. I couldn't reach that far. It was the night watchman.
Pretty sure.
I couldn't reach the documents.
I can't really reach anything from here.
It was a large bucket filled with coal. I couldn't reach the bucket.
Not sure why I played that.
It was a filthy, stained coffee mug.
Yeah, how can you tell it's filthy from over there, George?
It was a packet with a picture of a boxer dog on the front.
Oh,
Yeah, now we see what we need.
It was an old iron stove, which heated the hut and the watchman's dinner.
No, let's try and negotiate.
Excuse me?
Huh? Who's there?
Yeah, there's the old beans and beer diet.
yeah.
Ooh, ouch. Oh, there's number 20.
The guard dog was staring at me with a hungry look in his eyes.
Is any of the
Hey, 20?
waste he's thrown out food?
Aha, I'm glad you asked.
Bobbing up and down in the oily water was the watchman's discarded beer bottle.
Just out of reach.
The bottle was just out of reach.
Yeah, like I said.
Nothing was going to get me into that water if I could help it. The platform was held up by a hinged bracket. I couldn't figure out what it was for. Maybe it was part of a structure which no longer existed. My arms weren't long enough to reach the platform.
But anyway, I think I mentioned this in our Beneath a Steel Sky Let's Play. I remember there was a similar job about a similar puzzle about trying to entice a dog onto a platform so we could, well, get rid of the platform basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of similar here.
A short stick of wood floated near the edge of the landing stage.
Piece of background debris that's easy to miss, but kind of important.
The stick had a hook on one end. I figured it was a boat hook for hooking boats.
Yeah, makes sense.
No.
It was a short wooden-handled boat hook.
Which now means we can get the bottle.
I just knew that boat hook would be useful for something. As for the bottle, even if I couldn't find a use for it, I'd cleaned up the dock a little.
There we go, we're doing our bit. And the next use for the boat hook. The platform over there with the hinge. Okay, it doesn't do much now.
It was a platform which could be raised or lowered.
So for now, we just put it back. Oh, and now we can inspect the beer bottle.
It was the beer bottle that slob of a watchman had dumped in the sea, now half full of filthy dock water. The label read, "Surge, the beer that clears your head."
Should we take the watchman to task for polluting the dock?
You dropped your beer bottle.
Not me, pal.
Yes, you did. I saw you drop it right in the sea.
Don't you know better than to dump your trash in the ocean?
I don't see no fish complaining.
Charming.
See you later.
So yeah, we've cleaned up the dock a little and we've got a boat hook, so now back to the original problem of trying to get past this fence.
The chimney was a metal pipe with a conical hat on top to stop the rain getting in. Ouch! That's hot.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what you were expecting there, George.
He isn't the brightest, is he, George?
Seems to be mostly luck that he gets by on. But anyway, we need to find some way of cooling that down. What do we think?
Beer bottle.
Obviously.
The bottle was half filled with water. Maybe it would cool the cone down enough to touch it.
There we go.
Now I could see into the pipe which formed the chimney. It was the metal cone I'd taken from the chimney of the watchman's hut.
So now we can block it. Using this, we can pollute his hut using the same thing that he used to pollute the docks. How poetic.
Yes.
The bottle had blocked the chimney, and the hut was filling up with smoke.
Hey buddy, how's it hanging?
Is something wrong?
Something wrong? I nearly choked to death.
Why don't you get some air? Take a long walk along the pier. I could stay here and watch the gate.
Oh no. You'd be through that gate as soon as my back was turned.
With that crazy dog around? Someday I hope to have kids.
Also, strictly speaking, we'd be over the fence rather than through it, but semantics.
I couldn't climb the fence while the watchman was looking.
Oh, come on, it'll be fun. No, the dog's still having none of it. But now, we have free access to the hut.
The box contained nothing but blank forms.
Yeah, so not much of use. Anything
A shabby old overcoat hung from a peg near the door. I wouldn't have considered wearing it if it had been the last coat on Earth. It was a large bucket filled with coal. Someone had once told me a piece of coal brought you luck.
Oh, really? Josh.
Who was I to argue with irrational superstition?
Well, to be fair, it's far from the worst thing he's had in his pockets.
It's true.
It was my lucky piece of coal.
Hanky for months.
It was a packet with a picture of a buck.
Let's grab the bickies.
The packet was full of dog biscuits. It was the box of biscuits I'd taken from the watchman's hut. Gourmet dog. The snack your dog would bake himself. Sure, as if I'd let a stupid dog loose in the kitchen. There was a cute picture of a boxer dog wearing oven mittens. That mug was a health risk. I decided to leave it where it was.
Have a closer look at the pan, maybe?
Baked beans in ketchup.
Not a fan.
Yow!
Oh my god, he's so dim.
Stove equals heat. Heat equals burn. Burn equals excruciating pain.
Just does not know when to quit, does
He
he?
isn't the brightest person.
It was an old blackened kettle. I couldn't think of one good reason to steal the watchman's kettle.
Actually, I thought. Well, Knickers did a good insulation guard the last time. Was there any point opening the stove?
That was
Nah, he's
no
not gonna
good.
do it. Okay, well, let's go out and have a word with the watchman, shall we?
Is this where you get
What the
killed?
hell do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here.
Okay, just hold on to that dog.
I was never here. now we have the biscuits.
Yummy treats of dreams.
Hey, 20. Come and get it, boy.
Yeah, so now he's got a taste for them. He's still not on the platform though. So we throw one onto the platform
Hey, 20.
instead.
Come and get it, boy.
Can you guess what we do next?
Drop the dog.
Yep.
I felt a slight twinge of conscience as I prepared to give the dog a dunking. It soon passed.
Dog's not good.
True that.
There you go.
As I'd expected, the dog could swim like a... well, like a dog.
So there's the guard dog out of the way. Let's have one more word with the watchman before we
And what's the big idea of busting into my office?
do.
I hope you don't mind, but
You stay out of here, you hear? Otherwise the dog gets an early breakfast.
That's okay, we
I
gave him
wouldn't want him
breakfast
to
anyway.
change his eating habits on my account. Besides, I have brittle bones. He might choke.
Hey buddy, do you want to see my massive piece of incriminating evidence?
Do you recognize this metal cone?
Say, that's just like the Tin Man wore. You know, the Wizard of Oz.
He's not the
I'd have never taken you for a fan of Dorothy and Toto.
That dumb kid? She ruined the whole damn thing for me, all that singing and stuff. Anyhow, she wasn't even a real kid. They stuffed her in a corset so her titties didn't show.
True that. Yeah, Judy Garland probably couldn't pass for a 12-year-old girl the best of times.
I saw the film. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, when you learn about the amount of drugs she was on just to keep her mood up, yeah, you know her song "Forget Your Troubles and Just Get Happy." It takes a much more sinister
It
tone.
wasn't even just for mood. It was like speed for breakfast, sedatives for bed. Just
Yeah, it was like uppers to get her through the day, and then downers so she could get to sleep at night.
horrendous.
Yeah, it's really tragic the effect the showbiz had on her.
Yeah.
But yeah, but we're not here to discuss Judy Garland.
That's another video.
Yeah, to my knowledge, there's no games about Judy Garland, but if there ever is, we'll look into it. Yeah, I still don't know where I'm going with that. But anyway, let's talk about the stove.
What's the problem with the stove?
I don't know. Damn flue seems to be blocked.
Maybe some bird built a nest in the chimney.
Huh?
A gull, maybe, or an albatross.
Albatross my ass. That chimney's too hot. What's wrong with your hand?
In my hand? Oh, friction burns.
Friction burns?
Yeah, I slid down a rope.
You don't want to make a habit of that, pal.
Hey, should we show him our second piece of incriminating
Might buy
evidence?
the colour off you.
Let me in, and I'll give you this lump of coal.
I got plenty of coal already. You always carry it around in your pocket?
I heard it was lucky.
Superstitious crap. I got a whole bucket of it in here and it ain't brought me no luck.
Fair enough.
See you later.
Fair point. Well, anyway, we can get over the fence now.
Yes.
And there we can still see the dog splashing around. See, he's loving it.
Dogs love swimming.
This was the point where the demo ended.
Ah. He just wants to know the story about the dog, really.
Exactly, yeah. Looks like that's enough for one episode just yet, so we'll plan a wee bit more.
The doors looked 100 years old, but they were still very sturdy. A sturdy chain and padlock hung around the door handles.
Can't go back anytime soon, so what does this say?
It read Pont de No, fine wine producers. I didn't recognize the label. The sign looked as if it was firmly attached to the wall. Anyway, I didn't really want it as a souvenir. It read, Condor Transglobal. I'd come to the right place. Now all I had to do was get inside.
Couldn't be simpler.
This sign also looked firmly attached to the wall.
Can we get in this way?
The doors looked 100 years. A sturdy chain and
Same result. But if we move over here,
that door seemed to be the only way into the warehouse. The din must have drowned out the sound of my knocking.
so we can't, no one's going to answer the door because it's too noisy inside.
Is that a ladder?
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's convenient.
Maybe there was a way in up there.
And oh look, barrels.
A fine old oak barrel.
Yeah, I'm sure the company will be very glad about you wasting their barrels.
Yeah, barrels are expensive.
The clamp consisted of 2 metal jaws which would close when weight was applied to them.
Yep, we've just seen that. Yeah, no, you don't need to do it again, George. It's fine. You can stop now. You'll get the idea. Don't worry, there's an everlasting supply of barrels in there. Anyway, let's have a look at this window over here. Yes, that one. What are you doing?
It was a duct from a ventilation fan. The metal housing prevented me from getting to the fan.
Is Batman hiding in there, do you think?
Yes!
The window wasn't fully shut.
Right, this guy looks familiar.
It was the creep who'd kidnapped Nico. And I had a score to settle. I wouldn't have been hurt over the din of the fan. The guy was partly hidden behind a stack of crates.
It actually took me a while to realise this because he looks different in game, but this is the guy who shot Nico with the dart.
Ah.
It was a powerful fan. I couldn't reach the blades of the fan, which was just as well. If I'd stuck my fingers in there, I'd never be able to play guitar again.
Oh yes, boxes. Many boxes.
The room was filled with transglobal crates. I'd better think this through.
Okay, you're the boss then, George. Okay, how do we stop the fan?
What have you got? Oh, the pole.
Yep. Yep, this will trick.
That did the trick. The fan clunked and shorted out as its blades were mashed by the boat hook.
Hey, you make any more noise, I break your arms.
That bully needed to be taught a lesson.
Garzak's already mad because we didn't get the stone. You give me any trouble, I'll tell him it was all your fault.
Karzak? That must be his boss.
Yeah, he sounds like a nice boss, doesn't he?
The fan was a real mess. A splintered boat hook, dented blades, and a shorted motor. The boat hook was jammed in the dented fan blades. I decided there was a better way to attract their attention.
What do you think? Trying to get the attention of a man who we know wants to kill us might be a bad idea, George.
Could be a bit.
I decided there was...
Alright, back outside. Back down the ladder. Okay, so remember I said the previous video there was 3 points where it's possible to die in the game?
Yes.
I'm just going to see if now.
Oh, I wonder why you're doing that.
Who is it?
Well, apparently he doesn't recognize us. So, what do we tell him? We can tell him we're delivering a pizza, we can be honest and say we are George Stobart, the one and only, whether we're delivering something for Condor, or that we're with the police. It doesn't make much of a difference.
Pizza first.
Yeah, why not? Everyone loves pizza, don't they?
You can't smell it.
Pizza delivery? I didn't order pizza. No? This is the Condor Trans-Global Shipping Company, isn't it? I don't like pizza.
Oh, come on. Everyone likes pizza. Maybe he was allergic to mozzarella.
Okay, well that didn't get us anywhere. Let's try something else.
Hey, what now?
Oh, there's no other option apart
gosh.
from pizza.
Look, this pizza's been paid for. You might as well take it.
I told you, I don't like pizza.
Not even with extra olives?
I hate them. Olives are the devil's butt nuggets.
Butt nuggets.
Man clearly really doesn't enjoy his pizza.
I'm going to try and use that phrase tomorrow at some point.
Devil's butt nuggets.
Yeah.
If you know what's good for you, you'll open this door.
What if I don't?
I'll kick your head in.
Okay, I'll come out, you creep.
Oh, jeez. Why did you say something?
Well, the pizza gambit wasn't getting us anywhere.
I feel he makes poor life choices.
And we can hear chains being moved. Right, let's discuss this man tomorrow. See, I told you he had a gun. Now, it strikes me he was taking the pizza thing a wee bit too seriously
Yeah.
there.
Yes, he was. Oh, George. Poor life choices.
George, poor life choices, Stobart.
Yes. He made poor life choices.
So you'll probably notice it took him a while to come and actually answer the door, eventually. There is, of course, a reason for that. From a gameplay perspective, I mean.
Who is it?
Right, what should we tell him this time?
My name's George.
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
What do you want?
I want a spider. No. Yes.
Yeah, shall we ask about the spider?
Yeah,
why
sure.
not?
I want to return your spider. I pulled its legs off, which is exactly what I'm going to do to you.
Oh, dear.
I got the feeling he wasn't too pleased to see me.
Okay, this time we run away.
Run, run, run. Quicker than that, George. That's called
He
walking.
never quite seems to get the importance of getting a move on.
No.
Right, now how do you suspect we deal with the big lad?
Barrels.
Right on.
Barrels of doom.
Anytime you're ready, George. So he's going to go over and investigate where the barrel went, not where it came from.
He's so dopey, this guy.
Hey, who's up for a game of Donkey Kong?
I don't know who's dopier, George or him, really, to be honest.
I think we're even now. He knocked out George, so George knocked out him.
But there's still the other dude in there.
Mm-hmm. So that was one of the 3 points where it's possible to die in this game.
Yeah.
Well, okay, technically 4, but the point is we're safe for a good while yet.
We hope.
There, George has the good sense to bolt the door this time.
It was an old, creaky, heavy, splintery wooden door. I wasn't going back out there.
Hasn't he
Oh,
locked
no.
himself in with a darting person?
a darting person.
There was a notice
I didn't
board
want to say
beside the
cold-blooded
desk with an
killer in
assortment
case
of
it was a different
paperwork on
thing.
it.
Well, I don't think he's a killer, because, I mean, we've seen Nico's alive and well.
Yeah.
It's just a tranking person, a cold-blooded tranker.
It was a notice
Tranker.
board.
A total tranker, if you
That's
ask me.
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Among the paperwork which adorned the notice board was something which caught my eye. It was a delivery note from Condor Trans-Global, and the address was Coromante City. A filing cabinet.
A filing cabinet, you say?
It was locked.
Of course it was.
There was a small drawer in the desk. Knowing my luck, it was bound to be locked.
Let's see if we can get a look in the drawers. No, wait, I mean...
The key's bound to be in the drawer.
The only interesting thing I found was a small brass key.
Ooh.
It was a small brass key.
Yeah, you just said that. I'm fairly sure it's not for the... doesn't work in the filing cabinet.
Oh.
No, far too big for that.
The little brass key didn't fit the lock.
Oh well.
Save that for later.
We'll find out soon enough. Uh-oh.
Whoa! Don't shoot! The little guy had a blowpipe. That confirmed my suspicions about what had happened to Nico. I waited for him to shoot me, but it didn't happen. Instead, he seemed to want to tell me something. What? What do you want? He seemed excited, almost desperate. What did he want so bad?
Alright, let's see if we can reason with him.
Hi, I'm not going to hurt you.
Quaramonte!
Is that where you're from? Coramonte City?
Quaramonte! Quaramonte!
Okay.
Shall we ask him about anything in particular?
Nico, maybe?
What have you done with my girlfriend?
Huh?
I am not leaving without her. Where is she? He didn't appear to understand me.
Suddenly
Maybe
got,
show
a
him the
lot, suddenly
key.
got a lot more
Or
aggressive.
show
there,
him the
didn't he?
dart or the key.
The
Something
dart?
you might be familiar with, yeah.
See if he makes it the dart.
This was the dart you used to knock out my girlfriend. If she's come to any harm, I will count you personally responsible.
Lotte capito fnor!
Yeah.
Offer him a biscuit. No, I'm joking.
Well, shall we?
Go on.
Well, this is kind of similar to the running joke of showing people the tissue.
Oh, okay.
You can't offer people biscuits.
Tell me what you've done with Nico, and I'll share these biscuits with you. I knew it sounded lame, trying to bargain with a box of doggy snacks. Besides, how was he to know how yummy they tasted?
Yeah,
Yeah, so confirms later on George actually has been eating the
that
things.
doesn't surprise me at all. It's George. Maybe show him the little key. He might
The
know
little key?
the lock it uses.
What does this key unlock?
Huh?
Oh.
So that changes things.
Hey, you're manacled. Who did this? That big thug? I'm gonna set you free, okay? Hey, come back here. The little guy had gone to ground amongst the stack of crates.
Well, he's not a threat anymore anyway.
It was an elevator to the upper floor.
We'll try and brute force our way in first of
I
all.
couldn't pry the doors apart with my bare hands. There was usually an easier way to do it.
Oh, look, an easier way.
It was the button to call the elevator. Just in time. Interrupting the beam of light kept the doors from closing and stopped anyone from using the elevator. But what now?
Is that how they close, or how they stop elevator doors from closing?
Yeah.
It was a device to prevent the elevator doors closing when they were obstructed. Holding my hand in front of the eye would stop the doors from closing, but I couldn't stay like that forever.
You need to put something in front of it.
That was correct. So, actually, I think that's a good enough point to leave on for now. So,
Okay.
do this next time, and we'll see how we can manage to inch away from the elevator and have a look around and see if we can't find Nico. So until then, say goodnight, Viv.
Good night, Viv.
Good night, everybody.